Hey OPPO gamers, welcome back to another episode of the OPPO Esports News Update. I'm Illustrado and I'm your anchor for tonight's episode. We're letting you in on the latest news about the OPPO Monthly Super Cup, the OPPO Game Community Cup, and the MPLPH Season 8. We also have a very special guest for tonight's Esports Buzz. More surprises await you when you keep watching this episode. Let's get started with our headlines. Influencers gather to compete on M Games for OPPO Monthly Super Cup. OPPO Esports and MG Esports move on to the OPPO Game Community Cup playoffs. Surprising outcomes from week 3 to 6 leading to the playoffs this October. Another super tournament was upon us last October too during the OPPO Monthly Super Cup, but this time around it happened on M Games in the GCash app. Let's find out from Asarai all about the happenings during the latest cup. Take it away, Asarai.
Thank you, Illustrado. 4 teams composed of 3 influencers competed in M Games for the OPPO Monthly Super Cup last October 2. Some of our very own OPPO gaming ambassadors competed and went against one another. Kaisaya and Danica Swaza were teamed up with Ate Sugar TV on Team 1, a powerhouse for Team 2 with Shai Ortile, Jillian Santos, and Charesh. Amara TV, Susie Sor, and Myrelli for Team 3, and our very own Racy Olivo with Maggie Carp and Aki for Team 4. Racy Olivo made us proud as she scored 4,180 points in Whack-A-Mole against Team 3. All around Aki, one of Racy's teammates, had the highest score in OPPO Arena 6 defense with 10,233 points, and Kaisaya for OPPO Blast with a score of 479 points. It was a good fight among all teams and competition was really stirred up, but Team 4 ended up victorious with a cumulative score of 24,554 points. This is definitely not the usual tournament our influencers attend, but absolutely a great experience for them to remember. Back to you, Illustrado.
Thank you for that quick rundown of the OPPO Monthly Super Cup, Asarai. Head out to the GCash app now where M Games is currently available. Open the application, look for G Life, go to the gaming icon and click M Games. You may now play OPPO Blast and Reno 6 Defense anytime. Now, for the first surprise of our night, for all of you OPPO gamers, are you ready for a trivia question? Win 300 pesos in-game currency of your choice. And remember to comment your answers on the OPPO Philippines Facebook post about this new episode. And don't forget to add the hashtags. That's hashtag OPPO Game On, hashtag OPPO Reno 6, and hashtag Gaming in Portrait for a chance to win. Here's the first question of the night. Name one of the OPPO gaming ambassadors who played during the OPPO Super Monthly Cup last October 2. Comment your answers right now and don't forget to include the hashtags. Next up, we are very much excited to introduce more new blood during the September leg of the OPPO Game Community Cup. But I'll let Omi take the stage so he can tell us all about what went down during the 26th of September final. Take it away, Omi.
Thank you very much, Illustrado. We're back with another exciting edition of the OPPO Game Community Cup, this time for September. Over 100 Pro-Am teams competed once again to qualify for the playoffs happening this November. For the first broadcasted match, we witnessed MG Esports dismantle Omegaverse with a dominating sweep, with all games lasting for no longer than 15 minutes. The next match between OPPO Esports and M&P Esports followed the trend. We had quick, high kill score games all throughout the dominating sweep from OPPO Esports. After the intense fights of our finals contenders, we headed straight to our show match between returning victors Team Danica and new challengers Team Shai. Team Danica ultimately fell to the hands of Team Shai, ending the possibility of back-to-back wins for Team Danica. Team Shai will be back this October to defend their throne. Going back to the OPPO Game Community Cup finals, both OPPO Esports and MG Esports had time to prepare themselves. OPPO Esports emerged as the better team as they quickly destroyed MG Esports before they could even defend. Massive plays from Mumukid Selena set the pace for Game 1 as OPPO Esports entered and ended Game 2 swiftly with the momentum that they gained. The series MVP is learned from Conejo, who played a massive role in assassinating targets left and right for OPPO Esports. He earned a whopping KDA of 44, a player we need to watch out for come playoffs. Overall, the OPPO Game On Community Cup September leg's most picked hero is the Rafael, who was picked 5 times during broadcast. The player who inflicted the most damage is Gyoko Piano, who played marksmen and mages that dealt insane amounts of damage all throughout the tournament. The OPPO Game On Community Cup will be back this October. We're gonna wait for the last 2 teams that will qualify for the playoffs. This has been the report for OPPO Game On Community Cup. Ilustrado, back to you.
Thanks for the breakdown of how the September leg of the OPPO Game On Community Cup went, Omi. A big congratulations to OPPO Esports and MG Esports for making it to the November playoffs. The registration for the last leg of the OPPO Game On Community Cup is still ongoing. Visit OPPO Game On Facebook group and maybe your team will be the next ones to reach the November playoffs. It's time for another round of trivia questions. Win 300 pesos in-game currency of your choosing when you answer the next question. Which team came out on top in the September leg of the OPPO Game On Community Cup? All you have to do is comment your answer on the Facebook post about this latest episode of the OPPO Esports News Update. And of course, check out the OPPO's Facebook page, link on the description box, and do not forget to add the hashtags, hashtag OPPO Game On, hashtag OPPO Reno 6, and hashtag Gaming in Portrait. Let's move forward and find out all about the latest news in the MPLPH Season 8. We are a week away before the playoffs, but so much has happened and worth highlighting in the group stages. So, take it away, Renmar.
Thank you, Ilustrado. Weeks 3 to 6 of MPL Philippines proved to be legendary indeed, with multiple surprising outcomes that had major ramifications for the standings heading into the playoffs. By the end of Week 6, Next Play EVOS, Onyx Philippines, and Blacklist International were the 3 teams who secured their ticket into the playoffs. This left the other 5 teams as the ones remaining to scramble for a much-coveted playoff slot. The former scrim partners that once had a master-student relationship, TNC Pro Team and Bren Esports, found themselves at the bottom of the standings heading into the final 7th week. From weeks 3 to 6, TNC Pro Team were only able to get 5 out of 21 possible points from their matches. Prior to their match against RSG Philippines on the first day of week 6, TNC's last series win came from a 2-0 victory over Bren Esports on the second day of week 2. Despite all that, the close points tallies meant that TNC still had hope to make it into the playoffs, but their chances were looking slim heading into week 7. Like TNC, Bren Esports struggled as well, but the reigning world champions had a glimpse of hope when after going on a 3-series lose streak, they would win 4 in a row. But their hot run was stamped out by their besties, Smart Omega, when they fell 2-0 to them during the last day of week 6. However, just like TNC, Bren Esports still had hope to get into the playoffs. From the bottom 2 teams, we'll turn our focus to the top 2 teams who secured not only their playoff spots, but their tickets to the second round as well. After a hot start for the first 2 weeks, Onyx Philippines stumbled a bit during week 3. Not only was their winning streak snapped by RSG Philippines, they would also lose the battle for the top spot in the league against the defending champions, Blacklist International. But Onyx found their footing in weeks 4 to 6 as they tallied 12 points out of the possible 18 they could have gotten, with series wins over Bren Esports, Smart Omega, NXP EVOS, and a resounding 2-0 win over Blacklist International, stopping their undefeated run at 11 wins. Speaking of Blacklist International, the defending MPLPH champions had a tremendous run in the middle 3 weeks of the season. Not only did they secure a whopping 19 points out of 24, they were also the first team to clinch a playoff spot, clinch the second round advance, and set a record 11 series win streak. Though their winning streak was snapped by Onyx PH, Blacklist still looked determined to defend their title for Season 8. Now, by the time you watch this, Week 7 would have already passed and the playoff picture is already set. Comment down below which teams you're supporting for the MPLPH Season 8 playoffs. That's it for me, Renmar Santa Cruz. Back to you, Ilustrado.
As always, thanks for the exciting updates, Renmar. We cannot wait to see which teams will head to the playoffs and win this season. Now, here's another trivia question for you guys. Who has the highest assists so far during the MPLPH Season 8? Comment your answers on the OPPO Philippines Facebook page about this episode now, and do not forget to use the hashtags #OPPO GameOn, #OPPO Reno6, and #Gaming in Portrait. Now, we've been able to cover all the latest esports news in the industry, and it's time to introduce our very special guest for our esports buzz. For the esports buzz, we are going to have none other than Gloco Gaming, who's going to be sharing his thoughts with our ambassadors. So Gloco, what you got for us?
Thank you, Ilustrado. I am just as excited as you are. But before we begin, let's take a quick preview of the OPPO Game On video. Let's watch this. As Ashley and Kang were part of the video, we asked them a few questions offline so that they could share their fun and memorable experience. Firstly, I asked both Ashley and Kang about how their experience has been being a part of the OPPO gaming family. I loved how Ashley told me that she's grateful to be part of the family that understands gamers' needs. On the other hand, Kang shared that our family has been nothing but supportive in every need and every execution. Of course, I couldn't miss out asking how they felt to be chosen to star in our OPPO Game On video, which I wish I could have been part of myself, but don't worry. Ashley and Kang gushed over how they were proud to have been featured in this special video. Although there weren't many bloopers on set, the two enjoyed showing the shoot, especially when they were asked to portray different emotions while gaming. And this is something I really couldn't miss out on asking. What was their favorite OPPO Reno6 series feature? For Ashley, it was the game focus mode, which helps her secure more wins when playing. Now for Kang, she enjoys the 64 megapixel main camera and the 32 megapixel front camera. She specifically says that these camera features make her feel more confident about herself and boost her self-esteem. Now that's inspiring. Oh, by the way, the OPPO Reno6 Z5G and the Reno6 5G are currently available in the OPPO brand stores, Lazada, and Shopee for $19,999 and $26,999 respectively. You can also get the OPPO A94 for $13,999 only. Lastly, I was curious to find out about what they think makes OPPO different from other smartphone brands. For Ashley, she believes that OPPO smartphones are unique because they cater to both gamers and non-gamers. Now for Kang, she loves how OPPO has affordable smartphones with premium specs and features. In short, the two definitely agree that OPPO smartphones are perfect and accessible for anyone. So there you have it. Kang and Ashley, my fellow co-ambassadors, back to you, Ilustrado.
Thanks Gloco, Ashley, and Kang Dupet. We enjoyed the Game On video so much, and it's so great to hear all about Ashley and Kang's sentiments. Our time for this episode, unfortunately, is about to come to an end. And so with that, do not forget to follow the OPPO Philippines on Facebook and of course on TikTok. And join the OPPO Game On Philippines Facebook group to get exclusive access to freebies and activities. You get a chance to interact with the OPPO gaming ambassadors. And of course, for all the OPPO users out there, enjoy perks and benefits by downloading the My OPPO app. Thank you for watching our newest episode of the OPPO Esports News Update. And don't forget to stay tuned for more esports news and surprises next month's episode. Once again, I'm Ilustrado, your news anchor for tonight, bidding you good game and good night. See you all in the next one.